To Comic-Con 2022, and we are here with the Marvel brand from Hasbro. We are talking to
Ryan.
Dan.
You probably know them from multiple social media platforms. You guys are on Instagram and TikTok and Twitter as well.
Not on Twitter.
Not on TikTok.
Not on TikTok, but on Twitter, and he's on IG most of the time.
Your Twitter accounts?
I'm Ryan_Ting, I believe.
And I'm Dan Eunice trying.
All right, cool. Let's get right into it. 20 years of Marvel, Legends figures. It's pretty amazing. I grew up collecting from the early 90s, so I collected all the Toy Biz right into Marvel, the transfer. How has it changed over the years from Generation 1, 2 to current Marvel Legends?
Yeah, I mean, when the line began, it was all comic-based, right? The MCU didn't exist yet. The first MCU film was in 2008, Iron Man, and Marvel Legends started in 2002. So I think that's a huge shift. In recent years, we've got Disney Plus now, so we've basically got three big universes to play in, from TV, movie, and comics. And so that's the biggest thing, but what's great about Legends is we've been fortunate to have success thanks to the fans, and the size of our line has grown, so we still are able to hit all those three different kind of tent poles, if you will, continuing to put out beloved comic characters, new comic characters for the first time, as well as all the latest MCU stuff.
How do you balance between the MCU and comic book accurate characters?
It's just like you said, you strive for that balance. You have 12 months in a year and however many items, and you just try to make sure you're hitting things at the right time. You want movie figures at the time or around the time when movies come out. Comic figures, can you tie it to anything going on in publishing? We've got a big, beyond amazing Spider-Man 60th anniversary line with a lot of great comic items. That's because Marvel is also doing a big celebration for Spider-Man. So you try to time it when you can, and then you just try to keep the fans kind of guessing and surprise them with various things throughout the year too.
Yeah.
How has the body, you mentioned at the panel the body figures used, the base figures, how has that changed over the years? You obviously have been improving on certain things. You have two different size body parts or three?
Why don't you go some?
We have a lot of body bucks. Like, for instance, one that is relatively new is our Vulcan body, right? That's an upgrade for our Bucky Cap body, but we have a female-based body. We have multiple male bucks or male bodies that we use. And yeah, we try to continue to innovate, right? We just started having pinless joints recently and double jointed elbows for female figures. And I don't think we're ever going to stop innovating in what we do. But yeah, anything else you want to add to that?
Yeah, I would just say we have these great new base bodies, but we still need to leverage the older ones.
Yeah.
It kind of diminishes, when new pieces are available, not everything can be made exclusively on those new pieces. Because our line is so large, we still need to leverage bits of old pieces. So while Vulcan has come in to take over as basically the new standard male smooth body, Bucky Cap will still have to be phased out. We're not going cold turkey.
One switch, yeah.
Right.
It's not a one switch off.
So you'll still start to see that. But then eventually, as the years start to go on, and as new pinless base bodies start to go, yes, we will eventually get away from the older ones. But it's kind of a phasing in and a phasing out.
Because a lot of the collectors are like, oh, that's the old buck for Spider-Man. This is the new one.
Yeah, they're like, why aren't you using the new articulation? And the reason is because we're also running another figure on that body, and you can't run two things at the same time. So that's the answer.
That's awesome. The plastic-free, environment-friendly question has been floating around 100 times for you guys. Is it going to affect the Marvel Retro line at all?
So there was a PR announcement that confirmed for 3 3/4 specifically, Star Wars and Marvel, that we will be continuing with the plastic blister.
Okay.
So we're just looking forward to doing that while still, pursuing plastic-free options in other areas to help with that environmental benefit.
Would it affect the Marvel Legend line, the 6-inch line?
I think we're still looking at it. 2022 is not done, so we're still, we revealed a bunch of blister cards for this year, and we'll just kind of see what 2023 has in store for us.
Because there is the amazing artwork that you guys have done for like the X-Men animation and the Mojo series. It's probably something you're going in that direction with.
I think those are good examples of where we can take a closed box and still make it special and still make it something cool that you would want to display. So yeah, the teams are looking at all different kinds of options of what plastic free can be. And I don't think we haven't really even scratched the surface on that. So there's a lot more possibilities out there.
All right, cool. Yeah, I don't know, would it affect quality control issues, do you think? Because a lot of people want to see the figures they buy ahead of time. Do you think it'll affect sales at all?
I don't know. It's not really a quality control issue in terms of like that's more of the manufacturing and not on what it's like in the packaging. It's more of that consumer experience of, we understand fans like that ability to go into a store and see a wide variety and pick the one they want based on how it looks. We're seeing the buying habits shift, e-commerce, fan channel, Amazon, Hasbro Pulse, pre-orders, things that come to your house so you don't have to go run around town to all the different stores. Those types of experiences, closed box doesn't matter because you're not even at the store to, you buy one and it gets shipped to your house. So we're taking learnings from those new consumer behaviors, and it's a trade-off. We're not going to sit here and lie and say everything is better about closed box. Like we're used to what we're used to, but this is kind of the new frontier, and we're doing it for the right reasons. So it's a trade-off.
All right, let's end on a good note. I've backed both, or actually all, the HasLab projects. I can't wait for my Galactus to show up. Where do you think you're going to go from there? Do you think Jesse's Quinjet will ever make an appearance, or?
Well, did you see our tease in the panel?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've got a third HasLab teased, so they saw it. So let your mind speculate, but you can kind of guess the arena in which we are headed after doing two really large, humongous, over 30 inches figures. So we're trying something new, and
it's the 50th anniversary
of a certain character, and associated characters who might have gone by the mantle. But
I know a lot of people have been clamming for like a Mephisto. Would that ever happen?
In terms of just in general?
Yeah.
Yeah, we would love to get him.
He's in that world. That Ghost Rider world.
We'll have to see what happens.
We will see.
It is a tease. So
I don't know if Jesse's idea of paper and cardboard.
I couldn't see that materialize.
But maybe like an actual Quinjet or an actual Fantastic Car would be great things.
That'd be cool. Well, I appreciate your time. I'm going to wrap it up and thank you guys.
Thank you for backing our HasLabs, and we hope we can get you for the next
always.
one too.
I mean, I haven't seen an action figure I don't want or buy, in the last 40 years. So.
It's awesome.
All right. Thank you.